Spurgeon here with RevZilla, and in this video we're going to break down the LS2 Vortex Carbon helmet available at RevZilla.com. So the Vortex Carbon is now going to sit at the top of the line within LS2's line of helmets for modular helmets. And that's because this is now going to have a full 24K carbon shell, and it is going to have modular functionality. The cool thing about this is that it's dual homologated. A lot of times when we see a modular helmet, they're only designed to be worn in the closed position. With the LS2, you have this little locking mechanism over on the left side, and it actually locks the chin bar open, so you can use this in the 3/4 position while you're riding. So cool little additional feature. And for the fact that you're getting a full carbon shell, this is coming in around the $400 price point. So that is pretty cool as well. And keep in mind, RevZilla does have a price match guarantee, so you are guaranteed to get the lowest price. Now, when we're looking at the shell itself, again, 24K carbon, the chin bar on this is actually done in an ABS plastic. And one of the things I just want to note right up front, if you look at the side profile, it looks really narrow, really short and stubby. It's a very unique looking helmet, but wearing it, trying it on, didn't find that it was overly, closer or more narrow in the front than any regular modular. So it's really an interesting approach to what LS2 has done with the Vortex. Now, 3 shell sizes are available, ranging from extra small up to small for the smallest. Medium to large gets the 2nd shell size, and then extra large up to 2XL gets the 3rd shell size. DOT ECE rated, and it is a true ECE rating, 3 pounds 8 ounces in a large. Extremely lightweight for a modular helmet. Normally with modulars, we see them tip the scale probably a little bit closer to 4 pounds. So pretty impressive that LS2 has been able to bring the weight down on this. Now from the internal shape on it, long oval. Long front to back, narrow down the side of the head, and really we don't see too many people making a modular helmet on a long oval. So if you are a rider that knows you need a little bit more length front to back, but you've shied away from modular helmets in the past because they just fit you too round, this would definitely be one to consider. Now, walking through the front, taking a look at the chin vent, the one thing that I will nitpick on this, and it's the same problem we see with HJC, is to open up the face shield when you have gloves on. They put that little latch right on the top vent. So if that vent is in the open position, 99% guaranteed that you will actually close that vent as you go to open up the face shield on that. So again, we've seen this with some other manufacturers, just a small nitpick, but after you open up that face shield, go down and make sure that you've got that vent open if you're looking for that additional ventilation. Pinlock ready face shield. Pinlock is included in the box. You do have the drop down sun visor. The one thing I will say is that I know that LS2 has a longer drop-down sun visor than this. I believe it's used in their Challenger helmet. So I would have loved to have seen them use the longer drop-down face shield with this particular helmet, only because I know they make it. You do have the modular functionality, and again, that is going to have that locking mechanism over on the side. So if you want to lock that up, you can use it in the 3/4 position. Heading back to the face shield for a second, it is going to be the quick release. So to get the face shield off, you simply pull it straight up, and then kind of grab it from the side. And I find it's easier if you pull it, if you try to pull it from right here, the face shield just kind of stretches, but grab over here and it just pulls right out. And then to put it back in, you simply slide it right back into place. So really easy system to get the face shield on and off. No complexity with that whatsoever. You are going to have dual vents up at the top for ventilation. You're going to have passive vents at the back. So the front will be active, the back will be passive. One of the biggest nitpicks I have with this, and we'll see it when we get to the inside, is there's no real channeled cutouts for that air to go in the EPS. So speaking of that, let's take a look at the inside right now. So this is going to be very similar to what we've seen from LS2 in the past. You're going to have the chin curtain, which works its way all around the bottom. You are going to have pops for reflectivity on that chin curtain. And then they have these little pins that kind of like sit in. So to get the chin curtain out, you got to pop the pins out, and then that's going to be attached to the actual cheek pads. So once you pop the cheek pads off, that whole chin roll will come out. Then you've got to work your way down around the ratchet straps. And again, I know that ratchet straps are a take it or leave it for some folks. Some people love them, some people hate them. Personally, I'm a fan more of the double D-ring approach. But for those of you that like the quick ratchet straps, this is going to be a ratchet strap, metal on metal design. Some manufacturers will use like a metal ratchet into like a plastic buckle, but it's nice that you have the metal on metal there, just a nice secure fit from LS2. Pulling out the cheek pads, you will note that there are going to be speakered cutouts, and that one's even labeled for you over there. So you're gonna have the speaker cutouts on both of these. So if you wanna add a comm system, you can do that easily. With those recessed cheek pads, you're not gonna have anything putting out. I actually thought that was labeled L for L, but they're both actually L there. So there's not an L for a right or an L for a left. It's just a little L sticker that they put in the bottom there. So pulling out the top part of the liner, you'll see what I'm talking about. The L apparently stands for large because there's another L hidden down in the bottom of this. So it simply is just allowing you to know that you have a large helmet in multiple places. So taking a look, you'll see that the cutouts go through, but there's no channels that are cut out in the inside liner on this. So pretty much every helmet manufacturer that we see at this point will cut out, you know, little channels within the EPS so that air has a place to go pushing front to back. Would have loved to have seen that from LS2 as well. This is probably my biggest nitpick with the helmet. But realistically, when we're looking at the fact that LS2 has brought a modular helmet to the market, it's carbon fiber, 24K, and it's gonna be lighter than a lot of the other modular helmets out there. There is a lot going for it. So just keep that in mind. There's pros and cons with all helmets. I think the ventilation will probably be a little bit lacking on this one, but the rest of it does a pretty darn good job, you know, considering the price point that it's playing at. So if you want more information on the LS2 Vortex Carbon, you're not sure if it's right for you yet, you can always click the info button on your desktop or mobile device, which will allow you to read other rider reviews from folks that are already out there putting this helmet through its paces. If you want to work it through with a gear geek and talk about what helmet's right for you and your ride, you can always reach them at 877-792-9455 or simply shoot an email over to cs@RevZilla.com. I want to thank you for joining us for this look at the LS2 Vortex Carbon helmet. I'm Spurge. Enjoy the ride.